The applause could be better. Let's welcome Professor Abidjan.
Bonjour tout le monde et bienvenue à tous ceux qui ont pris le temps de participer à ce séminaire. Les collègues d'Abidjan, les collègues d'Accra, les collègues de Tamale, partout, il y en a. Donc pour nous, c'est vraiment une joie immense de vous recevoir à cette séance qui constitue la deuxième édition de ce projet que nous commençons en traduction et interprétation. Permettez-moi de présenter mon discours de bienvenue à l'anglais. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Provost of our college, representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Peoples, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Peoples, Professor Dawini Dabri Kukuli, our former head of department and founder of the department to the United States, Professor Catrim, directors and heads of departments, esteemed colleagues from Catrim Consulting, faculty and staff of the University of Peoples, particularly the Department of French, our cherished students and participants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. It is with a renewed enthusiasm and a deep sense of accomplishment that I welcome you to the University of Peoples for the second leg of wide-range capacity building seminar series on translation and interpretation. This collaborative initiative is between the Department of French at the University of Peoples and our valued partners, Catrim Consulting, from Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. And it continues to build momentum, strengthening our institutions and fostering a vibrant community of practice in the field of translation and interpretation. As you all know, the first edition of this seminar workshop series held in Abidjan within the premises of the École du Commerce et de Gestion Abidjan was a resounding success. We witnessed engaging discussions, fruitful exchanges of knowledge, and the forging of valuable connections between participants from both Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. We were particularly impressed by the enthusiasm of participants, the high level of participant engagement, the particularly insightful presentations from the experts on the various topics taken out of the main team, and the positive feedback thereafter. This positive momentum serves as a strong foundation for the work we will undertake together in the edition as UCC. Building on the foundation deck in Abidjan edition of the seminar, the UCC edition will delve deeper into topics such as simultaneous interpretation of conversation with clients in business meetings, techniques for effective in-house translation, web-based translation resources, and a roundtable discussion on the topic, building vocabulary in corporate English search. We will revisit some core concepts, but also introduce new and challenging perspectives and practical experiences from experts in ever-evolving demands of the translation and interpretation profession. Our partnership with Catrim Consulting remains a cornerstone of the UCC. Their expertise and practical insights are invaluable in bridging the gap between academic learning and real-world application. We are immensely grateful for their continued commitment to this collaboration and their dedication to nurturing the next generation of translation and interpretation professionals. The core objective of this joint capacity building seminar remains consistent. Key among them are enhanced theoretical understanding. We will continue to explore the theoretical frameworks that underpin effective translation and interpretation, ensuring the solid understanding of the basic principles, cultural nuances, and ethical consideration. The edition will place a strong emphasis on practical application with hands-on exercises, simulations, and real-world case studies designed to refine your skills in both translation and interpretation. We will dedicate time to exploring career pathways, industry trends, and the professional landscape of translation and interpretation, equipping you with the knowledge and resources to navigate the future careers. The seminar series is designed to be a collaborative learning experience. We encourage you to actively engage with your peers, share your experiences, and learn from each other. By bringing together participants from Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, we are strengthening the bond between our institutions and contributing to regional integration and cooperation in the field of language services. Over the next 4 hours or so, participants will be taking part in a dynamic program that includes interactive presentations, expert lectures, practical exercises, and group discussions. The team and sub-teams have been carefully crafted to address the specific needs and interests of the participants based on feedback from the Abidjan edition and current industry trends. I encourage you all to actively participate, ask questions, share your insights, and embrace the challenge presented. This is a unique opportunity to learn from leading experts, network with fellow professionals, and hone their skill in a supportive and stimulating environment. Your active engagement is essential for examining the benefits of this seminar. I expect you to bring your enthusiasm, dedication, and commitment to continuous learning. In closing, I would like to reiterate my sincere thanks to the management of the University of Lagos, the provost of our college, and the dean of our faculty for supporting our initiative. I would also like to express my gratitude to the management and staff of Catrim Consulting for their invaluable partnership. I equally extend my appreciation to the faculty and staff of the Department of French, UCC, for their tireless efforts in organizing the UCC edition successfully. And most importantly, I thank you, the participants, for your continued commitment to excellence in the field of translation and interpretation. I am confident that this second leg will be even more enriching and impactful from the first one. I wish you a productive and rewarding experience. Welcome to the University of Cape Coast, where truth is our life and guide. I look forward to be a successful and collaborative seminar. And I also use the opportunity to thank our various colleagues and institutions who have given us support, both in kind and cash, to make this program a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Another round of applause for him while he is ready to take a seat. We'll take a brief address from the representative.
Humanities and Legal Studies, representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of the Coast, faculty, especially the organizers of this important meeting, for all the facilities put at our disposal since our arrival on campus. I would like to also convey to you the greetings of the President of the Association of Translators and Interpreters, Catrim, in the person of Adam Prosperity, who have loved to be here but had to attend another equally important assignment. He asked me to extend to you his heartfelt appreciation for associating Catrim with this meeting, which marks an important milestone in the training of translators and interpreters, especially in local languages here in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, our association, Catrim, was established in 1994 to safeguard and promote professionalism and standards in the field of translation and conference interpreting, while ensuring the well-being of its members. Since then, Catrim has grown to become the only official umbrella body bringing together more than 60 active translators and interpreters here in Ghana. The initiative of training translators and interpreters in English, French, and Ghanaian languages is not a mere addition to the UCC curriculum. It is a vital step towards fostering linguistic equity, promoting cultural understanding, and empowering our communities. For us to understand the importance of this initiative, we need to understand the general context of translation and interpretation training in Ghana. We cannot talk about the history of translation and interpretation in Ghana without talking or paying tribute to the first president of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who set up the first language institute in Africa with the vision of training African elites to break the language barrier imposed on us by the colonial masters. As part of its mandates, the Ghana Institute of Languages, GIL, established, among others, the School of Translators, SOT, which focuses on training translators, but only in foreign languages. University of Ghana also made a lot of effort in training translators and also in foreign languages. Then came the PAMC program in 2012 with the vision of training conference interpreters, but again, only in foreign languages. It is against this backdrop that we need to salute the initiative of the UCC, which is perfectly aligned with the new dynamics within training institutions across the continent. An increasing number of voices are now calling for training in African languages as a way of promoting the African identity. The University of Cape Coast, through its French department, is therefore filling the gap that has always existed. That is the need to train translators and interpreters, not only in foreign languages, but also in our own local languages. In our increasingly interconnected world, the ability to bridge linguistic gaps is paramount. While English, French serve as crucial language of international communication, they often fail to capture the nuances and complexity of the diverse culture within our own nation and continents. The rich tapestry of African local languages, each carrying its own unique history, worldview, and cultural heritage, is too often relegated to the back. This proposed course addresses this critical deficiency. It will equip students with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate the intricate landscape of multilingual communication. It will go beyond simply doing a word-for-word translation, delving into the cultural context, idiomatic expressions, and subtle undertones that shape meaning. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, the impact of trained interpreters and translators who can facilitate communication to health service providers, ensuring that patients understand the diagnosis and treatment plan being proposed to them by their medical doctors. Envision the benefits of legal proceedings where accurate interpretation can guarantee that justice is served fairly and equitably. Imagine the added value of our traders, for our traders and business communities across the sub-region of having business meetings and negotiations in their local languages. Consider the power of cultural exchange, oral traditions, and artistic expressions that can be shared across linguistic boundaries, enriching our collective understanding. Catrim, as national professional body aiming to promote standards and the professionalization of translation and interpretation in Ghana, is more than pleased to be associated with this initiative, which we believe will help in shaping the future of our profession and building a critical mass of trained and professional translators and interpreters well acquainted with the tools and ethics of our care profession. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning I'm here with a simple message from the entire Catrim leadership and membership. The UCC can count on our unwavering support in line with this novel initiative. We believe that the establishment of this interpretation and translation course is a strategic investment in our collective future. It is an investment in linguistic equity, cultural understanding, and community empowerment. It is an investment in a future where language is a bridge and not a barrier. This is why we call on all stakeholders to join hands in developing the right curriculum to help achieve the common dream of making Ghana a regional hub in training professional translators and interpreters. Let me conclude by saying that in line with its core mandate, Catrim is committed to support this project and will be glad to further discuss the details of a possible collaboration with the faculty here present. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Professor Kupole, that unfortunately my German has taken over the French. Things from CESED. CESED is the Center for Entrepreneurship and Small Enterprise Development. We've been collaborating with the Department of International Business undergraduate course, and in this course we are going to take French. So it's a privilege to be here and noon, and I believe that we'll get a report on the rest of today's program. So thank you very much for this opportunity, Akosia, and bonjour once again. I'll call on the university librarian, Dr. Mark Anthony Cobbler, to give us a few words. Let's welcome him with a round of applause too, as he makes his way.
Okay, mine is no better than others. Yes, so I'm happy to be part of this challenge that we are facing in publishing scholarly works in our various countries. There's a lot of issues. Most of the publishers are over-concentrated in the developed countries. So I think we need to also build infrastructure, a digital infrastructure in our universities and institutions, even the publishers, that will make translation easy and that will make our scholarly work globally accessible. I believe for my part, I think I also want to emphasize the need to also digitize or digitally archive our intellectual works, our scholarly works. We are losing too much. And this issue is really tied to the visibility of our recent outputs. It's interesting to know that Africa is not doing well at all. I just stand upon some statistics. It is not that we are not researching, we are not publishing, we are doing a lot, but we are not visible. These things are not available online. They are not available on the web. So there's a lot of darkness on our publication. There's so much that we have done that is not known to the global community. So these they have some professors, they are published extensively, but just because their journals are not hosted online, they are not known, they are not seen. So there's something that we need to work on and ensure that our scholarly work become very visible and our researchers and scholars are known worldwide for what they have done. So I think that we should think about that. And we, from the library point of view, will collaborate with you to ensure that your works are also translated. Now we can really use software and other things to translate work, but we will still need translators to guide us. We will jump over a few sentences, we will make some mistakes that you need an expertise to guide us and making sure that what we have done is right. And you know what we do to the world if we do software to translate with that great expertise. I'm saying this because of an incident that happened to me in Germany just about 2 weeks ago. When I got a ticket, I got a train ticket from Berlin to Düsseldorf, and I translated it into English. It was in German. Something was missing. So when I was on the train and they were checking, it couldn't confirm. I was almost detained. Because I just translated, but the backbook didn't translate the way it should be. So I got into trouble until something else came to my rescue. So let's not just deploy so much on technology because we feel less at some point in time. Somebody article will be crucified. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kobra.
Yeah, I'm bringing you greetings from the office of the Vice Chancellor, then also from my own office, College of Humanities and University. I thank the organizers and the collaborators, my commend highly, for organizing this translation and interpretation seminar. I think that this university, and I'm happy Professor Kubole is here, it was during his administration, if I recall well, that he started the process of UCC becoming internationalized or basically international. So emphasis was put on publications, international collaborations, and what have you. And since then, there have been no turning back. And those of you who are in UCC here can attest to the fact that it has started bearing fruit since 2021. UCC today is number one. A feat we have chopped for the past 3 successive years. Number one in university in West Africa, number one university in Ghana, and in terms of research output or profile, we were once number 4, but now we are number 7. And we didn't achieve this on a silver platter. It was by dint of hard working through international collaborations and cooperation such as this one that actually put us on that pedestal. So it is for this reason that I say I congratulate you Department of French, UCC. And I'm not surprised because I see the giants of French over here, my own uncle, Professor Abidjan, and my former dean, who Vice Chancellor, and then Vice Chancellor, Professor Kupoli, and my own classmate, Mr. Abidjan, here. And these are giants, so I'm not surprised at all. And my younger brother, Kofi Koda, he has been an indefatigable HOD who has been, I know, the brain behind this success story. I think I'll urge you to keep it up, and I'll also end by saying that last 2 weeks I had an email from Canada, and after receiving the email and reading the content, then I realized that for not taking my French lessons very well when I was in secondary school, I did my own self a big harm or a great harm. There was an international advert for an editor, an international editor in African Studies, that's Canada Association of African Studies Scholars or something like that. They have a journal. I decided to apply. That was in December during the Christmas period. And I applied, attached my CV. I have a very good CV, so I knew that I, as a professor, I would consider, because looking at the dressing that they were looking for, I far exceeded it. Then they told me, they said it was a difficult decision that they took, because they needed somebody who is a bilingual. And unfortunately for me, I'm not a bilingual. So I couldn't get it. If I had been a bilingual, I would have gotten an international appointment. So I'm urging the participants, especially those of you who are students, to take this seriously. Students learning French, see it as a great opportunity. Because if you go to the East, it's French speaking country. If you go to the West, it's French speaking country. If you go to the North, it's French speaking country. Perhaps even if you go to the South, you go to Mauritius, and Mauritius was once a French speaking territory. So let's take the lessons seriously, and I hope that the good Lord will be with you and you come out successfully, and at the end of the day, He will pour His blessings upon you, and all of us will be happy. Thank you for
sessions, and also have a round table later on in the day. But then we're going to have the launch, a former Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast. He's a professor of French language and translation.
Thank you, Mr. But for misfiring, you are fired. The Chairman, esteemed guests, and I see my good friend from Abidjan, and all those from the translation interpretation industry, my brother Senan Kumitru, and the others. And indeed, let me acknowledge my provost before he sacks me, and my dean also, but they should know that I'm still in charge. As the most senior of the faculty and the college. Let me stand on the protocol list already established. My Nigerian influence makes me say so. Ladies and gentlemen, and indeed everybody in this room is acknowledged. Let me also appreciate the Health Department, Professor Maudo Koda, the organizers of this program, and Mr. Kassi from Kassi Consulting, Catrim Consulting, who have put together this program in collaboration with our professionals and have thought it deemed it fit to invite me to do the launching. But I want to be safe at home. Let me acknowledge my chief editor, my roommate, Professor Alfredina Cooper, because she always helps me to put together my thoughts. And so it's good to marry a smart lady. Mr. Chairman, I am deeply humbled by this invitation to launch a translation and interpretation professional training initiative developed by the Department of French, University of Cape Coast, in collaboration with Catrim Consulting, Abidjan. This initiative is in response to the growing demand for structured, industry-aligned training program in translation and interpretation for individuals with bilingual or multilingual background who may want to enhance their competences, and I mean professional competences. Language, as we are all aware, is a powerful tool for communication. And in today's globalized world, the demand for skilled translators and interpreters has increased tremendously. However, many individuals with strong language abilities do not have access to formal training owing to academic restrictions, limited program availability, or a lack of practical orientation in conventional university degree programs. And I think the keynote speaker has highlighted that. Recognizing this gap, the capacity building seminar in translation and interpretation, which was held in Abidjan, La Côte d'Ivoire, from the 13th to 17th January, under the theme Translation and Interpretation at the Service of Organizations, brought together experts from academia and the industry to deliberate on a training model that would equip professionals with practical, market-driven skills. At the seminar, supported fully by professional bodies in translation and interpretation. Both industry and global demand standards, as well as best practices. In view of this resolution, ladies and gentlemen, the Department of French at UCC was tasked with the responsibility training in principles of translation, interpretation techniques, ethics, and professional standards. 2, 70% of hands-on practical training, which engages trainees in live interpreting sessions, international organizations. So I'm sure you can benefit from this program. Acquire hands-on experience through live conferences, interpreting, simulated exercises, and internships. Network with industry experts, professional translators, and interpreters across Africa and beyond. And they are to my right. So this is the moment to start networking with them right here. There are about 5 or 6 I've seen around the table. And an internationally recognized professional certificate, opening doors to freelance, corporate, and institutional opportunities. And so who are those we are targeting? Who are those we are targeting? That is a group. So we're looking at bilingual and multilingual professionals seeking formal training in translation and interpretation. Journalists, broadcasters, and media professionals who work in multilingual communications, etc. Students of language studies, French, English, Spanish, Chinese, African studies, Ghanaian languages, linguistics, and so on and so forth. Interested in professional careers in translation and interpretation. Public sector workers and corporate professionals working in diplomacy, legal, business, medical, and technical fields who require translation skills. Freelance translators and interpreters who want to enhance their professional expertise and certification. Teachers and language instructors who want to expand their careers into translation and interpretation. Last but never the least, staff of international organizations, NGOs, and government agencies that operate or who operate in multilingual contexts. So, you can apply straight away. Everything is on the poster there, or you contact the Department of French for details. What is the vision for this initiative? So beyond the training program, the initiators envision the establishment of a regional center for translation and interpretation training at the University of Cape Coast. This center will offer initial and refresher training in translation and interpretation, serve as a hub for research in translation and interpretation studies. And it will also strengthen collaboration between academia, professional bodies, and industry stakeholders. So, as I said, you can register at the department or call numbers that are on the poster. So let us all take a bold step in bridging the skills gap in the translation and interpretation industry. And on this note, Mr. Chairman, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor to launch the Translation and Interpretation Initiative, developed into a center, believing that we shall collectively work towards strengthening this profession and ensuring the bilingual and multilingual individuals, ensuring that bilingual and multilingual individuals receive the best training opportunities from the professional training program as established. Thank you very much for your attention. Long live Professional Training, Translation and Interpretation Training Center. Long live Catrim Consulting. Long live the Department of French, UCC, and long live University of Competitive Choice. Thank you.
Mark Anthony Kobler, Professor Kwakna Sabo Kantanka is Dean of the Faculty of Arts, University of Cape. We say thank you. Let me also acknowledge Professor Mrs. Mavis Sewa Benjamin's Director. Dr. Ulrich Dio is a French translator and lecturer, Department of French, University of Ghana, Legon. Thank you. Cote d'Ivoire. Mr. Senam Kumjuru. Yes, yeah. And then to the General Secretary of GATI, Mr. Timothy Botukwe, we say to you. We are going to wrap up now. We have a photo session and then we break out for coffee. After that, we're going to reconvene.